cracking. As you can see,
I think
we look a little different.
You
We're
like
on the
it?
same couch now. This is the casting couch. This is how he got the job.
I made it, Mom.
See the C on his hat? It stands for casting.
I made it.
Welcome back to Underdog Society, episode 2. Man, we're excited. Today's gonna be a good episode.
Yeah, it is.
It'll be a good
I'm
episode.
excited, man.
As always, it's your boy Oscar Miranda in the flesh.
And it's your boy Ricky V.
And it's your boy Julio.
Let's go.
Here we go. Today we got a good guest for you guys today. It's my dog, it's my boy. Give it up for the one and only Diego Tinoco.
Let's
Round of
go.
applause.
Thank you guys for having me on here today, for real.
Thank you for coming.
One question.
Yeah.
You want Tinoco or Tinoco?
Ah, pues el segundo.
Let's do it again.
Let's
Okay,
do
come
it.
back to this camera.
No,
Okay,
it's
come
fine.
back to
I
this
like how
camera.
you did it.
No, I got you. Shh. Okay, here we go. Let's give it up for the one. What was your middle name again?
Alejandro.
Let's give it up for the one and only Diego Alejandro Tinoco. I know it's not an R in there, but it just sounds Hispanic. Tinoco.
Hey, let's go.
That was perfect. Thank you for the introduction.
You like that?
That was the best introduction I've ever had.
Ever. Like in your entire career.
I think so. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I like that one.
Can we clip that? Thank you. Appreciate it. What's up, Papa? Thank you so much for coming, baby.
Dude, thanks for having me on here,
For having
guys,
the
for
time.
real.
Making the time.
Oh, no,
Man.
thanks, man. I've been meaning to catch up with you for a while.
Yeah?
And it's nice, too, right? Because we're doing podcasts now.
Right.
So it's like we're working,
Yeah.
but we're also catching up.
Right.
And I was just telling him, I was like, how often do, especially men who are in our age, who are working hard, how often do we get the time to ourselves to chat about what's going on in here,
Right.
in here, and just in the world, right?
Yeah.
'Cause we're always taking care of our fam, our mom, la novia, la esposa, the mistress. I know you.
Whoa! Cut it out!
It's a new Oscar. It's a new Oscar.
Yeah, no, that was episode 1. This is episode 2.
There might not be episode 3 after that.
Not if you don't go to
Va
Mr.
a
Freddy.
llegar con la chancla ahí en la cara. But how often do we get that time to sit
yeah.
down, right? I used to think podcasts were really corny. And then I used to think it was just a bunch of men being chismosos ahí hablando. But then I really thought about it and I was like, I think it's pretty cool, man, because you never know who's listening.
Right.
You might help somebody. You might put somebody on a different path. So again, dude, I don't really do podcasts.
And you're here with us.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mama.
that.
Appreciate
Yeah,
you.
man. Thank you.
Appreciate
We
that.
got an exclusive. So if you hit him in the DM, he ain't gonna respond. Say you were trying to catch up. Why do you leave me all red, dog?
That's not true. Is it? No. No. Hey,
hard left.
he called me in Mexico, in Puerto Vallarta. I was on vacation,
Yeah.
first vacay in like 5 years.
Yeah.
And you FaceTime me, and I answered.
And he answered, bro,
on
yeah.
the beach.
Yeah,
I
he was,
answered.
First ring.
Gigi's out and everything.
First ring.
dog. Yeah. He was like,
Yeah.
"What's up, dude? Where you at?" I'm like, "I'm chilling." He's like, "I'm on the beach." I'm over here like, damn, struggling to buy a sandwich. You know what I mean?
He's living life.
He's living life, and I'm like, "Oh, that's cool, dog. Yeah, me too." No, dog, I appreciate you coming out for real.
Yeah.
I know you're a busy man. And I was telling him, I was like, "Dog, who could we have for our first guest?" We're going down the list, and then boom, you just popped up. And it's so funny because I was thinking your name, and then I saw on Instagram, you were promoting On My Pod, which is your podcast. We would love to hear about that as well, if you don't mind speaking about
Oh,
it.
absolutely. So On My Pod essentially is a spin-off on obviously the original show, the show that essentially put me on the map, right? On my block.
On my block.
And I think for a long time I was always like, man, I want to break out of this, this character. I don't want to be, just that character from that one show. And I went on to do fucking a few movies, right? The Knights of the Zodiac, Bad Hombres, Muzzle, right? I did some films, right? I mean, they're not like, I'm not saying they're the biggest films, but to
They
me,
don't gotta be.
Bro, to me it meant a lot, right? To even have accomplished one film, one show. But as I was like doing those films, I noticed something, man. It was this immense amount of love that I was getting from the original fan base of the show. And I was like, dude, where is that going? Like, they see me on Instagram, they're always like, oh man, we want season 5, we want season 5. I'm like, hey guys, like, show's done. I
Yeah.
don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah.
So, I talked about it with Jose, and I was like, hey man, there's this new wave of podcasts going on. And maybe, we do it, maybe we don't, but we should do something. We should try it out. And if it's good, we'll put it out there. And essentially one episode, man, it turned into like a full
Season.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
shot like 10 episodes and
Oh,
all
you shot
that.
in bulk.
Yeah, we shot it in bulk.
Nice.
And now we have the show ready to go for the fans.
Yeah.
For the fans, by the fans, and I'm excited, bro. It comes out in 10 days.
I'm excited. Can I get on?
I had you on the list, but I have you for season 2.
Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it was because season 1's gonna pop, right? And it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna get hype. Right now, when season 2 comes back, yo, let's tune in, and then they're gonna be like, we got Oscar Mayer. Oh shit! And it's just
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? It's save the best for last.
That is the plan.
That's what
yeah.
it was, right? Yeah, yeah.
So
yeah.
essentially, I have about 10 episodes ready to go. We have 10 guests.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I won't say who they are, but they're really good episodes. And then the plan is hopefully it does well, and then we do season 2 and get more of the gang in there and special guests and all of that stuff.
Dude,
man.
it'll do good.
I hope so.
It'll
Yeah.
definitely do good. The name alone on my pod, like the show already has such a solid fan base.
I hope nobody gets mad. The day, so, you know, maybe I shouldn't share this, but I will, porque soy chismoso ahorita.
Yeah, yeah. And
so pretty much,
if you feel different, we'll cut it out.
no, I don't care. So we're on the way. We're on the way to shoot the very first episode, or sorry, the second episode.
Yeah.
Because the first episode we shot was with Brian Ortega,
Okay.
and we shot that sort of as a test.
Yeah.
We just shot that episode. I called him up and I was like, hey man, like, you know, I got this incredible young director and his crew, and we can put together a podcast. Let's shoot a sample for you, for me. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. We don't have to use it. And I still don't know if I'm going to use it. And we shot the episode and it came out badass. And I talked to him. I was like, shoot, man, Jose, what do you think? Should we do this into a full show? And he's like, yeah. So we got the location, we got the equipment, we got the cameras, the crew, everything. But the only thing we didn't get was permission. We didn't get the green light, the okay. So literally we're driving to LA and I'm coming in from Corona and I call my showrunner, Lauren Unerick. She created on my block. And I called her up and I was like, hey, Lauren, this show meant the world to me. And we have a bunch of fans who are like, kind of left, right? Kind of left without that closure.
Yeah.
And I say to her, I'm like, I'm starting this podcast and I want to call it On My Pod. Only with your blessing will I start it. If I don't get the blessing, I won't do it.
Yeah.
Sweetheart, go ahead. And I was like, oh, bet. All right. It's as simple as that, man.
Yeah.
And then 1 hour later, we were shooting the first episode.
Shout out Lauren.
Yeah. Shout out
to
Lauren.
Lauren.
Man.
Shout out Lauren.
She's great, bro. She's amazing, man.
Yeah.
She's done a lot for us. Yeah.
Have you worked with her since or no?
We did the four seasons of the show together, and she's brought me in for several projects to read. But yeah, man, it's then COVID hit, and then the strikes and all that stuff happened. So we're gonna work on something together, and I want to get her on the pod too.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she's
That'd
just
be
so
dope.
busy, so I want to get her on.
That's dope, man. One thing I did want to ask you when we first met, and I didn't get to just because we just met and we were talking about.
Hold on. Sorry. Before remember that. Before, I just want to know, how'd you guys meet?
I don't know. I was about to ask you. I was like, where was the first?
Slid each other's DMs.
I slid his
You shot your
DM.
shot?
No,
I hit him with.
that's not true.
I hit him with the eyes. I was like this. He's like, no. We met at the Stranger Things premiere. It was. I think it was in Venice or I don't know where, but
Santa Monica, right?
yeah. And you were with
I was with my boy Arion, maybe.
Arion. Yeah.
That's the first time we met.
Yeah. At the Stranger
Wow,
Things
man, that was a
thing.
long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was.
That was an epic event.
It might have been the premiere of the first or the second season. Yeah, it was.
Dude, that was a crazy event.
Yeah, it
Dude,
was a great
Netflix
event.
rented out like the whole beach.
Brother, everybody
They
from
rented out
Netflix was
the
there.
entire pier of Santa Monica, like the roller coaster, the Ferris wheel, everything.
wow.
The
Yeah.
sharks in the ocean.
Wish my friend Oscar would have invited me.
I did. You left me on red. Yeah, we met that day. Arion, he came up. He's like, "Yo, bro, I love your stuff." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Oh, dope, bro." We're talking, and out of nowhere, this guy comes. You guys know each other? He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, dude, I love your show." And then we just kicked it off, dog. He was a cool dude. He was a
So
cool
it wasn't the ass. Like,
No, he didn't. No. It was when I walked away. It was when I walked away, and he was like, he goes, "Yo, you got cheeks, by the way." And I'm like, "Thanks, dog." And I walked away. Yeah. So it was cool. Best day of my life.
That was a
So
long
as far
time.
as on
Best day of my life.
So as far as on my block, how that getting that role?
Yeah.
How did it go? Was it smooth? Did you get it like that, or was there some up and downs during the whole process?
There was a tons of ups and downs, yeah. More so ups and downs in my own life, in my personal life. I'd been chasing this acting dream since I was 16, right? And I'd done some auditions and I booked a little role in Teen Wolf. So I knew that the gold was there. I was like, this is possible. I'm not too crazy, right?
Yeah.
We're all a little crazy, but I was like, you know what, man, F this. I'm going to move to LA and I want to pursue acting full time, man. This is what I want to do. And, when you have a dream, when you have a vision, man, not everyone's going to believe in you. And sometimes it's those closest to you that don't believe in you. Those are the ones that hurt the most.
Yeah.
I don't really care what, whoever from wherever says, but it's the people around you in your circle who start doubting you. Then it starts to mess with you. So for 9 months or like 10 months, I was auditioning left and right. I was working at Postmates. I was working at Wood Ranch as a host. I was working 2 jobs, man. And all that money I got would go straight into my rent. It would go straight into my acting classes. And, whatever was left, I would just, I don't know, buy like ice cream or something. Right? I was pretty poor, man.
Yeah.
And then I got this audition, bro, this untitled like Netflix series audition. And I remember I was going through a hard time, bro. I was going through like a crazy breakup. You know, La Novia, she didn't believe in it, you know, and long distance, you know, it kind of like messes with relationships, you know. And then on top of that, I was just busy, bro. I'm not gonna say I was a saint, you know. I was always working, never texting back, never calling. I remember getting this one audition, bro, and I remember getting it, and I was like, I don't even want to go to this. I don't even want to attend this.
Going through it.
I was going through it. I had auditioned 1,000 times, bro.
Yeah.
1,000 times, and they kept telling me no, no, no. So I was like, man, I'm not gonna get this audition. And I remember it was like a Thursday night. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go out with my friends, get some time off, like cool off by the beach, you know, have fun. And as I'm walking out the door, I just see a sign that I wrote on my refrigerator on the whiteboard. And it said, if you show up for your dream will show up for you. And I remember seeing that, and I was like, this isn't who I am. I came out here with the mission. I can't fail. Yeah. I'm letting my family down. I'm letting my inner child down.
Yeah.
I'm going to sit my ass down. I'm going to study my lines.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go to sleep early and wake up early the next day and do the audition. That's it.
So you didn't go to the beach?
So I didn't go out. I was on. Don't get me wrong. I wanted to. Hey, I was mad, bro.
When he was saying that, I just envisioned it. Like, he just walked out. He saw it. He goes, not going to make it, guys. And he just went back and went to the
pretty much, man.
Yeah, that's so
And
dope.
I was on IG. And then, don't get me wrong. I was mad. I was furious. It was the last place I wanted to be. But deep down inside, I knew it was the first place I needed to be. And then I sat my ass down. I checked the IG story. I saw my pana, the gang, having fun with girls and all that. And I was like, fuck, I want to be there. But I was like, this is more important, man.
Yeah.
That stuff's not going anywhere. Let me study. And those 3 hours, bro, changed my entire life.
Yeah.
3 hours changed everything.
Yeah.
I sat down, I studied, I woke up the next day, and I came prepared, and that was that. Did the audition. They brought me back in for the chemistry read, and then we did the chem read, and then literally like 2 weeks later, I was on set shooting a Netflix series.
Wow. The rest is history.
Give it up. What a story.
Shout out to the friends. Shout out to the friends for not forcing you to go out.
I feel like anybody in any profession, career, whatever it is, if you're able to just put aside the fun just for 1 night, 2 nights a week, whatever it is, and like lock it in, that alone sets you apart from. Because I know people even that already are on stuff, shows, movies, whatever, and they're out drinking the night before, partying, and it's just like they go to work the next day and they don't know their stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I feel like if you take the time to prepare, you take the time to get ready, there's no way you can't succeed, bro.
100%, man. 100%. I have this saying. It's like everyone says like work-life balance, and to each their own.
Yeah.
You're different. I'm different. We're all different here.
Yeah.
Your balance might look different than my balance.
Yeah.
For example, I work hard 7 days, and on the 8th day, I'll fucking take the day off, enjoy my time with my loved ones, with my friends. We'll go watch the UFC fights, whatever. We'll have fun. But I don't, every weekend, I can't do, man.
Yeah.
I just can't do it, man. I cannot do it. Because deep down inside, I just feel like I'm leaving some of it on the table.
Bro,
and then I can't sleep, and then I'm just like up all night. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that all the time. Like I get, they hit me up to go out or to go, and it's fun. You know what I mean? Like, my thing is like, a lot of times I just feel like there's nothing to celebrate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just feel like I'd rather be doing, and he knoes it. Like, because our friends will be like, oh, let's go here. I'm like, nah, I'm chilling. And then I'm writing stand-up jokes or whatever it is. You know what I mean?
100%.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I feel like I'd rather get work done. You know what I mean?
I mean, and it goes back down to it's like I think Michael B. Jordan said it. He's like, man, I'm grinding now in my 20s, so I don't have to grind hard as hell in my 30s or 40s and 50s. You know, what's the saying? It's either like the pain of getting started or the pain of regret. You know, it's like I'd rather have the pain of regret, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. I like to have fun, man.
No,
I love having fun, but right now I think I'm in that, and we're in the entertainment industry. We got hit with the strike. We got hit with COVID. We got hit with so many things. We're about to do another strike, I think.
Teamsters and the
you saw that.
All the Teamsters,
so being in this industry, bro, I gotta take care of a lot of people. So I'm like, bro, I gotta fucking work.
Gotta grind it.
You came from like immigrant parents, right?
Yeah.
So you understand that fucking work ethic.
Yeah.
Where it's like no one's gonna do it for you, bro.
No, bro,
nobody's gonna do it for us.
My dad was for sure my first dad. So in the first episode we were talking about how he didn't have a dad and I had two, so it sucked.
Oh shoot, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
hey, tell me more, bro. I didn't know that.
Or
is that a whole episode?
Yeah, so the whole
I'll watch it. So the
whole episode is like he didn't have a dad, so he was like, oh yeah, I didn't have a dad. I go, oh, I had two. I had my dad and my stepdad. Okay. So like I was kind of like we were like busting his balls like, yeah, I had two. I would have given you one if. if I knew you. So it was a whole thing. But
It's because I got in a fight and I didn't know how to fight because I didn't have a dad and my mom taught me how to fight. So I don't know, so.
yeah.
Oh, I think I saw that.
Yeah.
You're doing like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I did see that. Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's funny.
So that's like an inside joke we have. He always
Yeah,
says
yeah.
because I didn't have a dad. So
Oh, yeah.
we decided to share that with
That's
everybody.
hilarious.
Some people thought it was funny. Some people were like, "Oh, you're mean." I'm like, "Dog." Yeah, bro. My dad, my biological dad, he was a grinder, hustler.
Yeah,
But so was
man.
my stepdad. Like my stepdad was a mechanic. Well, he still is a mechanic.
Yeah.
Working hella hours a
Yeah,
day,
man.
hella hours a week. My
Never
dad worked
complain.
2-3 jobs. He worked at
Yeah.
Telemundo as an editor. He was also in the military. So he's just all around.
Yeah.
Grinders, bro.
And they do it for their families,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
They do it for their families. You'll never hear them complain.
Yeah.
They just do it. They put aside how they feel. They wake up at 5 a.m., bloodshot eyes, and they go to work and they come back. You know what I'm saying? And if our fathers have done that for us, why can't we do that for our kids? Or why can't we do that for ourselves?
For ourselves,
bro?
yeah,
For
yeah.
ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
You got kids now, right?
Yeah,
That's dope, man.
Yeah, I have 2 kids.
Hell
You
yeah.
don't have kids.
No, but I want kids.
You want kids?
I want 3 boys and 1 little girl.
Mm.
So the boys can always protect the little girl.
Yeah.
See, I got 1 boy, 1. So my son's 10,
Yeah.
and my daughter is 1. So that's a big gap.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you do, yeah. That's
Yeah,
right.
and then-
every time I see you on my Instagram on the feed, bro, I
Yeah.
start smiling so hard.
That's-
Little kids are like, they just get they you could be in the worst mood and
they
you'll go
bring
into the
you
room.
joy.
100%.
Only if they're cute though.
Yeah,
Yeah, because if they're not cute, he's
I get.
hey, if they're not cute,
You report it.
report block.
Hey, he's lying.
Only
Yeah,
cute
no,
babies.
all babies
I
are
got
cute.
2 nieces right now, bro, and they're the cutest things ever, man.
Yeah.
They're just innocent, man. You know, they're just full of joy. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we get caught up in our own bullshit of life and stress, this,
Yeah.
bills, taxes, projects, this, that.
Yeah.
And then you see them, and it's like, they just bring you happiness,
Yeah.
man. You know. So I
Yeah.
can't wait. I'm gonna hit you up for tips. You seem like a great dad, bro. I mean, everything starts at the house. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, we gotta lead by example.
Got to, bro.
I think too many people nowadays are just pointing fingers left, right. Oh, it's because of this, that. It's like, no. Take accountability, lead by example,
Yeah.
and just fucking, lead by example, man.
You got to do it. Growing up, I mean, we went to school together, so he knows. Like we went to school in Van Nuys. We grew up in Van Nuys. Well,
That's right. You guys played football together, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we played football together.
Who's
He-
better? No, I'm kidding.
I mean-
I'm kidding. No,
Wow.
no,
I
I'm
mean-
just joking. You guys played different positions, right?
Will, bring up the highlights.
No.
Yeah, we played different.
Yeah.
positions.
Awkward.
So he was a receiver. I was a running back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell
So,
yeah,
but
man.
we also did this thing. It's called the double wing. So we were both running backs.
Which
It
was
it was
crazy because
Yeah, but it was unstoppable.
damn,
It was-
it was crazy.
Yeah, bro. Like, so he's
off
up
balance.
here, right here, and I'm right here. But it was unstoppable. Like if
Yeah.
I'm blocking for him,
Would you guys win a lot of games?
Oh yeah, we went to the championship.
We
our junior year.
overachieved, actually, to be
Yeah.
honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
I've been knowing Oscar probably since like 2008.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Say?
yeah.
Around 2008.
That's
Yeah,
awesome, dude.
yeah, what? Yeah,
Yeah.
It's good, man. It's good.
yeah.
every
So
day
we
Wednesday,
we
bro.
went to school in Van Nuys, and it's not the ghetto, but it's there's definitely ghetto motherfuckers. You know what I mean? It was hood dudes, gangbangers and all that stuff, right? So we grew up in an environment where it's like everybody's roasting each other, and everybody's. So maybe they may be up to no good. Who knows? I ain't a snitch. But growing up, like I always got kind of roasted and not picked on necessarily because nobody really picked on each other at school, but roasted and made fun of in a fun way. And I've always had thick skin. So when I started doing social media, I already had that thick skin. So when I would see comments talking about, oh, he's short or whatever it is, I've heard it all, bro. It doesn't affect me. So I try to teach my son, they're going to make fun of you in school.
100%.
They're going to talk about this, talk about that.
You could find anybody in the world and find something
Yeah.
wrong with them.
That's what I'm saying.
And if you hyper focus in on that and you accept like the feedback that they're giving you, the negative feedback,
Yeah.
that could ruin you, man.
Yeah.
People get plastic surgery. People go off the rails just because of simple comments that get told in their face daily.
Yeah.
Again, by people in their circle.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're teaching your son to have thick skin, bro, it's super, super important at a young age, man.
Yeah, bro. I guess I prepare him for stuff. So like we'll have roasting battles, and he'll roast me, and I'll roast him, right? And like in a fun way, I'm like they're probably gonna tell you something about this, tell you something, and I always tell him it doesn't mean anything. Like don't let it get to you. He's like, nah, I know, I'm good. Like I'm chilling, and so we practice roasting each other. So I'm like, if they say this, say that. You know what I mean? So I kind of prep them. I'm like, but don't bully.
It's really smart.
Yeah, I'm like, don't bully. Like only defend yourself. Even if
Yeah.
it's fighting, don't go looking for a fight. Don't be the first one to swing.
Yeah.
If someone's messing with you, give them multiple warnings until it's to a point where it's like you gotta fight. You know.
That's good, man, yeah.
So I like to prepare him for that. So like, growing up as Hispanics, you get nicknames, gordo, chaparro, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Who gave you guys those?
Some random strangers on the streets.
I'm responsible for a couple of those.
He used to bully me.
Seriously?
I mean, until I found out he was cool.
Until he found
man.
out I had to block from in football.
I used to take his lunch tickets.
You used to bully him?
Sports will
come
do
on,
it.
man.
Shit, I got bullied, bro.
Did you really?
Yeah, 100%, bro. Again, I think, I mean, I'll be honest, like, I think everyone gets bullied at one point in their life, right?
Yeah.
But when I was really little, I had this thing called vitiligo. It's a skin disorder. It's
yeah.
like a pigment disorder. So I had like patch. I still kind of do it. Like I have like white hair on my left arm, but essentially, my whole left arm was like patched up in like white spots. And I remember as a little kid, man, like I was super insecure about that. People would always look at my skin and be like, "What's wrong with you? Like, what happened?" Like, I would get some crazy fucking nicknames, bro.
Yeah.
They'd call me like the they'd point at being like, say, Michael Jackson or Dalmatian. And I'm like, bro, I'm like fucking 10. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, what the fuck's going on right now? Like, is this normal? Like, what's going on, right? You get that age of like consciousness where you start to be self-conscious.
Yeah.
I covered up my arms for, I think for like 10 years, man. I had the craziest tan line on my fingertips because I used to skate.
Yeah.
I like to say I was pretty good.
Could you kickflip though?
Oh, of course, bro. Yeah, I could do it all, man. Yeah. Bring up that. Bring up my door. So I was really good at skateboarding. I was sponsored. I was doing contests and competitions. And over the summer, you know, when you skate, you go to locations, you get your footage, you do the rails or whatever. And I had the craziest tan lines, bro. The craziest on my fingertips.
Yeah.
Until one day in like 12th grade, I just didn't care anymore, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I just didn't care. You hit that age of realization where you're just like, man, all these people I'm going to high school with, like, it's not going to mean nothing in 10 years.
Yeah.
Nothing. And sure enough, 10 years later, it means nothing. They're not paying my bills.
Yeah.
They're not taking care of my family.
Yeah.
I got my circle. I got my people.
Yeah.
And I got my goals. And that's all I want to focus on, man.
Yeah.
The rest is just fucking noise.
Yeah.
And that's what I try to cut out.
So my question to you is, looking back at it, and you think about the stuff they said, at any point, did you think, damn, that was pretty good?
I mean, I wouldn't say good. I'd say cruel, man.
Hey, come on, man.
Hold on. Because I look back at jokes that I've heard about myself, but also that's just me. I'm a funny guy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't take nothing.
No,
to
you
heart.
gotta laugh. You know, about
Like,
stuff.
yeah, like I find the comedy in anything and
Yeah.
in everything. That's just me as a person, right?
100%.
Like when I would look at or think of jokes they would say about me back in the day, I'm just like, damn, that was pretty creative.
Y'all were clever.
That was
stuff
very
like that.
creative.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I'll read comments like, even if it's a comment on my Instagram, if it's good,
Yeah.
I'll respond. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that was a good one.
I think more so nowadays. Yeah, I'll read
Yeah.
comments.
Yeah.
I'll read comments. Yeah, and I'll start cracking. I'll get a good laugh about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
To the people watching this that are dealing with mental health or anything, what message do you have for them?
The message I have for anybody dealing,
Health, mental health, anything?
it's funny, man. I just put out a TikTok actually recently because in 2022, man, I was going through a really hard time. I was doing a lot of stupid things. I was drinking a lot and doing pendejadas, right?
Yeah.
And I was going through a hard time with family. I had something happen, and it was more so like it wasn't just one piece of advice. It was like you just have to have systems set in place to where even on your worst day, you're still able to perform. Because sometimes it's like, dude, sometimes I'll have 7 bad days, but on that 8th day, I'll look back and be like, I showed up for myself. Regardless of how I felt, I still performed. I still showed up for myself. I still showed up for the people around me. But some things that have helped me, I got into jiu-jitsu, bro. Jiu-jitsu and boxing. Because nothing will slap you into reality like getting your ass kicked. When like a 16-year-old kid's able to put you in a triangle and you're like choking. And it's like, what's going on?
Up, you're like,
your
"Damn."
ego's, yeah, bro. Your ego's out it doesn't matter how many shows you've been on. It doesn't matter how much money you have, properties you invest, whatever. You're a human being at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You bleed. You're human, man. You're not
Yeah.
invincible. So that helped me. So I'm training right now at the Gracie Academy. My boy Dino, and
Shout out Dino.
Shout out Dino, and boxing, and then also watching what I eat, watching what I listen to, and then just, dude, if you don't have a plan, if you don't got a blueprint, then you're gonna be wandering through life, and the life of boredom is a life of chaos. If I'm bored, dude, if I'm chasing chaos, I'm going to the bars. I'm going out. I'm going with my friends. I'm partying. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. So what really helped me was just putting my focus on something bigger than just myself.
As a distraction?
No, as I wouldn't say distraction, but as purpose. Right? We're all chasing purpose, right?
Right.
And if we feel like we don't have that sense of purpose or that sense of like we belong, then we start doing things to compensate for that. We start self-sabotaging, We start getting in our heads. So for me, dude, I started teaching acting.
Yeah, and I was gonna bring that up because you mentioned acting classes earlier. You were going you were saving up all the money you had. You would put into your acting class. I know you just started your, or not just, but recently.
No, recently,
started
like
your acting school, right?
Yeah.
How's that going, bro?
It's badass, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's awesome. Dog.
I love it.
Is that in person or through Zoom?
It's all online.
Oh, it's online.
So we have like we have our entire community online. It's Zoom classes. It's in-person meetups occasionally. I rent out like theaters and we'll all meet up, watch a movie. And I love it, man. You know that sense of purpose when you're on a set or when you do something cool like this, creative, and you go home and you feel fulfilled?
Yeah.
I get the same feeling from teaching. I have about 500 students right now.
That's insane.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 500. So my goal is to get to 1,000 by the end of the summer.
Are there any slots left? I need like an acting class. I need a little help here.
Well, it's more so for...
I mean, I'll pay for it.
Dude, it's badass, man. Like we got like a monologue contest in there.
Oh, that's dope.
We got every Sunday I bring on a new guest.
Yeah.
So we'll have like last week we had Brandon Guzman on there.
Okay.
He's a huge talent manager. He represents Solo Maridueña, Blue Beetle.
Yeah.
So we had him on there and he's speaking directly to the audience.
Yeah.
Giving them information that they need. I shot I want to say 7 hours worth of content explaining exactly what you need to do to start your acting career. And essentially, bro, it's and you guys know this again, it goes back to like where we come from, right? It's like, dude, money's a fucking real thing.
Yeah.
If you don't have money, then you can't access you can't if you don't have the resources, you can't access certain doors or opportunities or rooms.
Yeah.
So essentially, bro, like, I mean, you've been to acting class, right?
Yeah.
So you know it's like $400.
I'm one of your students. You've just never acknowledged me.
You guys.
I'm starting to go fund me for me and Rick.
So it's like $400, bro.
Yeah, bro.
it's
It's pricey.
For a month. My
Expensive.
studio costs $30.
$30.
$30
Ladies
a
and
month.
gentlemen, $30.
That's $1
way.
a day. I swear to God, it's $1 a day.
What are we doing?
I know.
It's $1
Do you
a
have
day,
slots?
right?
30, bro.
And
sign me up.
it's $1 a day, and pretty much, man, I'm just trying to get, because I think a lot of people they make it to a certain degree, right? No, by no way, shape, or form am I saying like I'm fucking at the top, right?
Right.
I'm not Justin Bieber. I'm not Michael Jackson. None of that. But I have had a certain amount of success.
Yeah.
Who people look up to me, and I want to share. I want to share the blueprint with them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be as open, as transparent as I can with them. This is what I've done. This is what worked for me. This is what I did not do. This is how I almost got scammed. If you guys want to do it, do it. It's $1 a day, and if not, don't do it. It's totally
Don't
fine.
do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro.
It's about investing
That's
in
a-
yourself too.
You know what it is too, bro? Like I feel like when you do want it, because I know when I first decided I want to act,
Yeah.
dude, I had no idea. I had no idea where to. I'm over here calling CAA. I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm over like, hey, listen, I need representation.
Yeah.
How do I get signed up with you guys, or you know what I mean? Like how do I?
And I talk about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I have I think 1,500 agents that they can hit up who are
Oh,
like
really?
legit.
That's dope.
So there's so much information on there. But again, I think a lot of people think they want to be actors
Until they see the work that
until
gets
they
has to
see
get
the
put
work
in. It is
that
work,
you have
bro.
to do. It's work, dude.
It's work.
Like anything, it's work.
Please tell the people where they can find your school, your classes, how they sign up.
Yeah. It's at Actors Campus on the Instagram and across all social media. And the website right now is called thediegotinoco.com. I'm going to change it to the Actors Campus, but I believe in my fucking school so hard. I believe in it. I'm so proud of it.
Yeah.
And I'm so proud of the students in there that I put my name as the website.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're putting your name on the line for.
Oh, a lot of people they'll hide behind a mask. They won't put a name to the face,
Yeah.
right? Because they're like, I'm just gonna, collect it. It's like, no, I'm putting my name on there.
Yeah.
Because I believe in it.
Yeah.
I want to change lives, and I would like to say I am. I got a lot of students in there that I'm really proud of, and they just got signed. They got like a Dos Equis commercial. They're booking like auditions left and right. So I'm really. This is gonna be a project I'm gonna be doing for hopefully the rest of my life.
That's dope, man.
I just put my boy on a series. My boy Asif, he's my first student. My boy Asif Siraj, he just got put on a series called Tall Tales of Jim Bridger. It's not like a major series, but he booked the audition. I coached him on the audition, and he looks great on camera, bro. He's got footage.
I auditioned for that.
Oh, did you? Oh man,
They left me on scene. Nah, just
Because you got to sign.
I gotta sign.
Yeah, bro. $1 a day, man.
That's yeah, brother. I acting class. I mean, I was already doing videos at this point, but they're like, get into acting classes, and I'm just like, I don't need acting classes. I'm funny. Like, I'm funny. I don't need acting classes, bro. When you sign up for an acting class, you learn the ins and outs. When I first met him, he was like, "Oh, I know you do videos and act," and I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "That's dope. I want to be an actor. I could cry on cue." And at that point, I told him, I'm like, bro, it is so much more than crying on cue.
No, he ain't lying. I remember when we first signed up for our first my first acting class, when I got the packet of all the lines that I had to remember, I was stressed out. Because I'm not good at remembering stuff,
Me
bro.
neither.
And I kept telling him, bro, I can't do this. He's like, bro, just read it every day. So we will meet up. And like, I honestly thought I wasn't gonna be able to do it, but yeah, I read it every day, and we did the scene together. I remembered every line. Like it was, yeah. Acting is way more than just crying on
It's a
cue.
process, and that's what I try to teach. I'm like, guys, yeah, sure, you can have talent, but talent without hard work and skill,
Only gets so far.
eventually it'll only get you so far.
Yeah.
And why not have both?
Yeah,
Why not be talented? Why not have skill?
yeah.
And then you just surpass everybody, right? It's like,
Yeah.
why not?
I told him, bro, I was like, bro, put it this way. I know remembering lines is tough for you, but that is going to be the easiest thing to do because, brother, it's not what's on the paper. It's in between there, dog. Like, you
Yeah.
got to find why they're saying this line.
Yup.
You got to find out. Not even how to say it. It's why they're saying it.
Exactly.
What are the
It's
thoughts
the
before,
behavior.
everything, bro.
It's just
What
trying
is
to
your-
portray the
Yeah.
behavior.
What is your character
How can-
thinking? How
exactly.
does he feel? Why is he saying this line but this line? You know what I mean? So it's
And beyond that, it's like, how can we serve the story?
yeah.
Because it's not about the actor who makes it all about himself, how he
Nope.
sounds, how he looks.
Nope.
That's the fucking actor that nobody wants to watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the actor that serves the story, who's not scared to be vulnerable, who's not scared to be frustrated in a scene, who's not scared to show who they really are, the good and the bad,
Yeah.
the pros and the cons. Everyone's got flaws, bro.
Yeah.
But it's the actor who owns that stuff, puts it out there. That's the actor that wins.
Now, have you ever thought of doing anything other than acting in entertainment, music, stand-up comedy?
I don't think I'm talented enough for stand-up comedy.
What?
I think I enjoy acting because I get several takes.
Right?
So it takes off the nerves. It takes off the pressure.
Yeah.
I can never do what you do, bro. I seen you on Instagram. You do stand up. That I would have a heart attack.
Dude, it's
There's
such a,
no
it's
way.
such a different beast. It's
Really?
insane. It's,
What's it feel like when you're on set? When you're on stage?
so check it out. When you're on set and you tell a joke and you can hear people laughing in the background, how does that feel? It feels great, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine doing that every 15, 20 seconds and you get a whole audience. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
I don't know what it feels like yet because I haven't gotten that response, but I'm getting there.
I could see you selling out Madison Square Garden one day, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Serious.
You're gonna be there right there in the front row watching.
I better get those free tickets.
Right
Oh,
there. I got you.
We're not even getting free tickets.
no.
No, they gotta pay. Yeah,
Oh,
You're in the
shoot, no.
nosebleeds.
Oh, no.
yeah. No, they're watching from the monitor outside the stadium. Yeah, bro, that's awesome, dog. Are you good at improv at all? Like,
I think dramatic improv, sure, but not like the funny improv is hard, man.
it's a little tough,
It's
especially
tough,
when you're
dude.
when
And
you're
there's
going
ru-
with someone that's
100%, and there's rules to it as well.
yeah.
There's a lot of
Yes,
rules
and?
to it. Yes, and
Yes,
that's
and?
that's the most common
Yeah.
one, right?
So would you say when it comes to drama, right? Because I come from the comedy world, so if I'm going and somebody throws like a funny line or whatever it is, I could bounce back. In drama, I mean, I've never been in the position, so I don't know if they add something that's supposed to hit, like if I'll be able to follow it. You know what I mean? But do you think if somebody throws something to you in the drama world, you're like, I got it, I'm good,
No, I
throw me
got it.
whatever.
Yeah. I remember in the opening shot of Bad Hombres, I'm walking with Steve Villegas, who was also on my block.
Okay.
And we're doing the opening scene, and there was like this like super fucking racist guy, man, like some redneck guy, driving around the set,
Yeah.
honking his horn like crazy, man. So we couldn't get the shot, right? And we're just doing rehearsals. And finally, the first take we're shooting, the guy drives by, blasts his horn, and it just blows out my eardrum, bro. But I used it.
You use the anger.
I used the anger, and I
frustration.
called him
Yeah.
out in the scene, and then me and Steve had a little banter back and forth about, we improvised the whole thing,
Yeah.
and we kept going on with the scene. You just keep going. You never call cut. You never stop.
You never stop until they
because you
call cut.
never know what's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
it's the takes that you're like, that was awful. You watch it back, it's the best one.
It could be the 20th take, dog, and that's the one they
Yeah.
use.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm not even in it no more. But maybe that's what the scene needs. Maybe the scene needs you to not be in it as much.
Yeah.
You know, you never
100%.
know. You never know. How did that feel for you, being that your parents were undocumented?
Yeah.
What does that mean to you to play that role? Could you relate? Did your parents feel proud?
Yeah. So originally, when I got the script, the character was from Guatemala, I think.
Mm.
And I'm not from Guatemala. I'm Mexican. I'm Ecuadorian.
Mm.
So I read the script and I asked the director if I could change it to an Ecuadorian immigrant coming into the country.
Mm.
And he asked me why, and I was like, because my mom's from Ecuador.
Mm.
I've done a role, obviously, on my block where I was, playing Mexican American, but I wanted to do one for my mom too, right?
Yeah.
So I changed up the narrative on that script, and he was coming in from Ecuador,
Mm.
and he's crossing the border. He hasn't slept in weeks, and he's coming in here, and he's a good character. He's got a good heart, and he just wants work because he wants to get that money so he can send it back home, like our parents did, like our families did,
Right.
like they still do today.
Right.
So for me, getting into that mindset, and I asked my dad a lot of questions. I was like, man, how was it like coming into this country? And he told me straight up, he's like, hey man, like, I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of good people that just want to come here, work hard and provide a better life for the family. There's also a lot of bad people. Just like in all around the world, there's good people and there's bad people, right? If you know who you are and you're walking around with that intent and you're genuinely just trying to provide a better life for yourself, for your family, bro, God's going to bless you.
Yeah.
And you're going to succeed, right? There's going to be adversaries. There's going to be obstacles in the way. I mean, dude, my dad came to this country. He had to sleep on couches. Friend's couch here and there, a primo's couch here and there. And it was hard, man. I'm telling you, when I tell you my dad came from nothing, bro, from nothing, and built a little empire, he's my hero, bro. He's my inspiration. Him and my mom.
Yeah.
Credit to my mom. My mom's was the brains. My dad was the muscle.
Yeah.
So I seen how hard they worked, and this character had a little bit of that, right? He wanted to work hard. Le quería echar ganas, he was always trying to work hard. And then the character essentially gets mixed up in the wrong crowd, and the movie really shows you that it's not always greener on the other side. And sometimes the other side could be, I don't want to spoil it, but sometimes it could be deadly. And I think that's...
Interesting choice of words there. Deadly.
Why, yeah. Yeah.
That's dope, man. I'm glad. Would you say that was a bucket list role?
Yeah, I do the whole movie in Spanish.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Damn.
Yeah, my Spanish is all right. It's all right, but
yeah.
it could be better.
Ooh,
yeah.
I'd be nervous to do that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm fluent, don't get me wrong, but
Hey,
like,
when the
a
cameras
whole
come out, though, man,
movie?
you get nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Also, you can't speak the way you speak. Like,
No.
if you're Ecuadorian, you cannot use a
No.
Mexican accent
Yeah.
or Mexican slang because you need to use Ecuadorian.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's cool. Give it up. Spanish. A whole film in Spanish for my dog.
Man.
That's
Hopefully we'll do
awesome.
more.
Really
Hopefully
speak
we'll do more.
Oh man, that's dope. Man. That's dope.
man.
So talking about your acting classes and
Yeah.
how like improv.
Yeah.
How do you feel about doing just a little scene? Something crazy. Me
Yeah.
and you. I feel like it'd be cool if you just hit me with some bad news. So the bad news is my turtle's dead.
Yeah.
The worst news is
Okay.
you killed my turtle. Nothing crazy, nothing longer than 30, 40 seconds.
Okay.
Right?
Just give me 1 second. I stepped on something outside.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it had like a shell.
As long as you don't step on shit.
Well, no, there was like there was a turtle out there. I fucking stepped on it. You got like a napkin, bro?
Did he say turtle?
Thanks.
Did you say turtle?
Yeah, there was like a little turtle out there, but it wasn't like fully grown. It's just like a baby.
Did he have 5 legs?
I think so. Yeah. What's going on?
Where was Sparky in his tank?
Who's Sparky?
No?
Did
he have a dot in his shell?
Yeah, the pink one. That was your turtle? I mean, I still got like a little bit of his leftovers right here. I'm so sorry.
No, that's not him. We're good. Cool. That was fun. That was fun. The Actors Campus.
Yeah.
$1 a day. If you want me to do that, hit up my dog.
Yeah, I'm saying
that was
that.
dope,
So
man.
funny,
That was
man.
dope. That was dope.
great.
Thank you for doing that with me. That's off. Check. How's my bucket list? You ever do a movie? No, but I did a scene with Diego Tinoco. Yeah,
Knights of the Zodiac.
Knights of the Zodiac, yeah.
That was a great movie.
Oh, thanks, man.
I want to say, me and my wife, we watched it. But I'm gonna be honest. There's only one thing that
tell me.
that I didn't like.
Don't beat him
movie.
up. Don't beat him
No,
up.
no.
He knows
it's just-
jujitsu. Are you sure you
no,
wanna-
no, I like
I
Chris.
just want to
boxes.
be honest.
Hey,
Okay,
hey,
alright.
real talk. Come on.
All right, we don't have
We'll break-
insurance. You're not covered, dog.
The only thing that it was a great movie. Like I said, me and my wife watched it. We watched it twice.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about the movie is the whole time I was watching it, my wife just kept saying you were cute. And so like,
Oh man.
you know the story, but so now like, ever since that day, we're actually getting a divorce right now.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Is
just
that
wanted to-
why?
Yeah, I wanted to say thank you.
Because of him?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Dude.
man.
Yeah.
I based that character on how Oscar kind of carries him to the hair, you know.
Yeah.
So blame him. We're gonna go out after this, and we're
Yeah.
gonna get you a new wife.
For $1 a day.
No
If you
man,
want a
no.
divorce. We actually went to your premiere for it.
Oh, you did.
And I told him I was like, I'm gonna see if I can find Diego. Couldn't
Oh
find
yeah.
him.
Oh
Yeah.
wait, you didn't.
No, I didn't see you. I saw the other people in the movie. I
Wait,
didn't
did
see-
you
I
go to
didn't-
the after party?
No, I didn't get invited. There was an
Wait,
after party.
wait, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I had you on the list for the after and everything. I had a whole list. I sent it to someone. What's funny is, and this is what I've learned this guys in life, you just got to be the fucking leader. You have to lead.
I tried walking
No,
in
no,
there.
no,
They-
no, 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 no. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant is I sent a list to my team
Yeah,
to send to the marketing team of Sony.
yeah.
And I'm sure they did send it, but sometimes in life if you want something done right, you have to do it. So I'm sorry, I should have been like, hey, is he on the list?
Dude, you're good,
Is
bro.
he good?
Yeah.
I was in Japan. I was doing so many things, so
Yeah.
I put you on the list though.
What was your welcome to Hollywood moment like? Where you were on set or something like, and you couldn't believe that you were just here living your dream?
I'm gonna be honest. It was my first time with the paycheck. It was like, a lot of money.
How much was it, dude?
It
How much
was
disclose it right here, right now. This is an exclusive.
I mean, it's all online. Like they put out my entire contract for all my block online. So I mean, it's public information. But I got paid. I got paid like 20 grand an episode for my first season. The first season ever. 19 years old.
You hear that?
19 years old in LA. Everyone trying to slam your dream. Your first check, 20 G's an episode. So that moment for me was going to Citibank over here on Sunset Boulevard over here. Because I was living on La Mirada Avenue at the time, on Vermont and Sunset.
You know, fun fact, they actually misspelled that street. It's not La Mirada. It's La Miranda.
This guy's clever.
It's actually public information.
Hey,
if
I
you wanna
like it.
Google
I like it. But anyway, I'm walking in the bank and I went in there with sweats. I was coming out of the gym, baseball cap, hoodie, and I go in there, and I give the lady the check, and she looks at me. She looks me up and down. She's like, 1 second, let me go get my manager.
Yeah.
So she goes and gets the manager. The manager comes back. He looks me up and down, and he's like,
Where'd you get this check, buddy?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, we need to see identification.
ID.
Do you have a passport, social
3
security?
forms,
I was like,
everything.
yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, I do have it all. So let me just go to the car, grab everything. And yeah, bro, it was one of those moments where I was like, shit, this is surreal, man.
I had a moment like that once where it was also a pretty. It was the biggest check I had ever seen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like,
especially
looking.
it's always the first one.
It's always
when
the first one. I'm like,
when you're just like,
damn.
wait, what I'm getting paid to do?
Yeah, there's no
to
way.
pretend for
I'm
a
like,
living?
there's no way, right?
Yeah.
So I go to the bank and I give it to them. He looks at me come in. He's kind of like, whatever, not paying no mind. He looks at it and he hits me with the. I'm gonna need to see some ID. I'm like, yeah, I got you. And he's like, cool. And he's like, let me bring my manager real quick. Manager comes and he looks. He's like, what do you do there, bud? And I'm
Yeah.
like, I do a little of this, a little of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The check bounced. There was no money on the check, so it didn't work out.
I'm just trying to see everybody win, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody. I want you guys all to
That's
win.
me, bro. That
You know?
I'm and anybody like even if I don't know you, perfect example. Yesterday I'm chilling at the library, I'm editing, and there's this dude. He at first I was like, oh, that's funny, because he was in the library with a PlayStation 2. He's chilling and he's playing, boom, in the library, and he's just like, on my left, like loud. And at first I'm like, that's hilarious, right? I'm like, I thought it was so funny. Like, I'm like, bro, there's this dude literally playing Warzone in the middle of the library, right?
Yeah.
And I thought it was funny. 10 minutes later, other guy comes in and he knows him. Let's just say his name is Walter. I don't remember what his name was. He goes, hey, what's up, Walter? And he goes, hey, what's up, dude? Whatever. And they're talking, and I'm editing, but I have one off because my right one doesn't work. But so I hear, right? And he's like, hey, so where are you staying now? He's like, oh, I'm staying at the home over there, da 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 da. And he goes, "Oh, okay. How'd you get here?" It's like, "Oh, I took the bus." Da, da, da. And so like now I'm interested, like right. So I'm like pretending to edit, and I'm just hearing this conversation, bro. This man's homeless. He was living in like in a group home. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, damn, I'm getting choked up about it because it's messed up. Shit. Hold on. Give me a second. Slap me, Ricky. Slap me, dog.
No, you got it.
Do it. And it sucks, bro. Like it sucks that's a thing, you know. Fuck.
No, bro, you're like me, man. You want to help everyone,
Give me
huh?
a sec.
I think some of the hardest parts about witnessing success and witnessing, like, you know, whatever you call it, is realizing sometimes that you can't help everyone, man. And you're like, I can tell you're like me, bro.
Bro.
Porque quieres ayudar a todos, bro.
Dog,
Y te duele cuando no puedes.
I was like, look, bro, I hope you don't mind, but I overheard like what you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to give you this. And he was like, oh, bro, he started crying. Like, and these are things that I don't, like, I'm not one to, oh, look what, like, bro.
No,
like,
no,
you know what I mean? So, like, it really, like, I wasn't homeless. I wasn't, but when I hear stuff, bro, it messes me up. Like, it sucks, dog.
Dude.
It sucks. So, like, going back to that, trying to help people and set up, bro. I like to try to help as many people as I can.
Same.
You know what I mean?
And it hurts me to know that I'm unable to help everyone. It
Dog,
hurts me, bro. I'll be up late at night. I'll be having a conversation with my brother. And my brother, you know, he's got a kid now. He's got a job. He's got a wife.
Yeah.
He's got a mortgage, whatever. And it's like, he tells me, bro, he's like, it's fucking hard. I can't make fucking this or that. It's like, it's rough out there. And bro, like, he's not the only one.
Yeah.
There's many people like that who are going through their demons and their shit, and they don't even tell nobody.
Yeah.
They're trying to take care of the family, their moms, the kids, the wives. It's like, imagine the demons they're going through, bro. The battles they're going through.
Yeah.
So I think that this is why this is important, man, because there's somebody listening who's like, fuck, man, I'm not alone. All right, I can breathe.
Yeah, man. I think it really messed me up because he was having so much fun playing Warzone in the library.
Yeah.
And I'm at home. Like, I have my PC set up. I have a whole
a whole system.
Whole thing, and I'm like, dead, you know what I'm saying? And it's
Yeah.
just like doing what I do. I'm blessed and fortunate enough to not have to struggle as much as other people. And you tend to forget, like, bro, there's people still struggling.
No,
you know, I mean,
100%.
like, you don't forget you don't think everybody's at a certain level, but there's people struggling with certain things you don't even think about.
Yeah.
Like, this man drove from his home on the bus to the library, which I think I don't know if I misheard him, it was like a 25-minute bus ride just to play Warzone.
Fuck.
Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, like you said, if I could help everyone, I would, bro. I genuinely would.
But you will with your art, and you are.
Yeah,
and
man,
that's something that I forget sometimes too, man. Because there's obviously, right, what do people think is the easiest way to help the world? It's like to give out money, to give free money.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, if you give out enough money, you'll be completely broke.
Yeah.
There's a certain number, right? So what goes beyond that number?
Yeah.
It's giving somebody the ability and the strength and the courage and the power to get it for themselves, right? And you do that with your work, bro. Whether it's your comedy, whether it's this podcast, or whether it's whatever you do, man. Like, you're doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
And at the end of the day, you got to remember that. Because the harder you go in this, the harder they'll go in their lives.
Yeah.
The more motivation they get from you.
Yeah. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Man, what a way to wrap up the pod. I used to watch podcasts and see people cry. I'm like, don't cry! And I'm over, no, I'm joking.
No, man, this is cool, bro.
Yeah, this was good, bro. This was good. Definitely wanted to ask you so many more things, but I feel like we just got lost in just a natural convo. Part 2 with Diego? Eventually?
We'll get you guys on our pod too. We'll do like a cross collab.
Yeah, I'm down, bro.
That'd be fun, man. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
That'd be
But look,
badass.
listen, man. I appreciate you coming. A great first
First
official
guest.
guest.
Yeah, man.
Awesome,
Yeah.
man. I'm honored.
Appreciate you for coming
Dude,
on.
I'm honored, bro.
This
For real.
was
Appreciate it, bro.
awesome. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to say, touch on, bring up, whatever? The floor is yours, dog.
No. I think we left it all there. I think just, whoever's watching this, if you're going through some shit, keep going. I promise you it does get better, but you got to show up for yourselves every single day. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard, and you just got to do it. You got to do it for your family, for your loved ones. And for your inner child, man.
Yeah.
For that inner child, for that inner dreamer, you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it.
Gotta do it. Ladies and gentlemen,
Man.
as always, I'm your boy Oscar Miranda.
It's your boy Ricky.
It's your boy Julio.
And the one and only.
Ah,
The one and only. Such a great guy.
Man.
Thank you for coming, Papa, again. I
Thanks for-
appreciate
Thank you so much.
Diego.
It means the world to us.
Tinoco,
Thank you.
ladies and
Thank you,
gentlemen.
man.
If you want to follow us in the description, if you want to follow Diego at Diego Tinoco
yeah,
everywhere.
it's just my name, yeah.
See, that's how you know he has clout, because he could just use
No,
his name.
no.
It's not Diego _Diego_. Tinoco. You know what I mean? It's he has the plug. You can just use his name.
Man, he threw me under the bus.
Oh, is it because
Oh,
you're?
no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
All right, guys, this is a lot of fun, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
bro.
Real.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it, man.
Make sure you guys watch on my pod when it drops. Follow my dog. We appreciate you guys. And as always,
We're not just any dogs.
we're
Underdog.
Let's go. I love it, man.
Damn.